copyright notices. If you wish to read, pause the video. The original videos are linked in the description down below. Enjoy. Alright then, so in this one what we're going to be observing and looking at is Police Scotland barge into somebody's house without a warrant. They then grab a young kid which has come down the stairs. Well, I say young, is they're probably in the house together, so as a young adult, I'll rephrase that, a young adult which was in the house, and used excessive force, in my opinion, to bully him, all to just question him about an incident which happened in February. That's all we know. But in this instant, what do I think of this video? I think it's a lot of bullshit straight away. But let's get into it and then we'll have my opinion.
Aye, have you got a warrant for coming in my house? Have you got a warrant for coming in my house? Have you got a warrant for coming in my house? Do you have a warrant for coming in my house? Do you have a warrant? Do you have a warrant?
As you've seen straight away, 10 seconds in, this young man's come down the stairs, and you see the officer's already barged his way in, pushes a young woman to the side, and all they're asking is if they've got a warrant. As far as I'm concerned, they need a warrant to enter your property, unless if you invite them in, then once they're in, they don't have to leave. It's as simple as that. So in this case, this is why I don't answer the door, go upstairs and hang out the fucking window if a cop knocks on my door. It's as simple as that. Or use my the camera to talk to him. I do not answer the door because you get this type of bully behaviour. All they wanted to know is if they've got a warrant. They didn't answer that. They barged in. They used excessive force straight away because they've pushed a young woman to the side. That is excessive force.
Warrant?
Is it Eden?
Yeah.
Are you going to listen to me?
Do you have a warrant?
Are you going to listen
Do
to me?
you have a
Right,
warrant?
You're under arrest.
Carmen.
What? Under arrest for what? Under arrest for what? For what? For what?
Video this! Video this!
Arrest for what?
Look at them!
Arrest for what?
Carmen, I'm not resisting at all! I'm not. Carmen, watch this. Look.
I didn't see exactly what happened for him to use, in my eyes, excessive force to push him up against a wall. 3 of them ragging on this young man's arms. They're all probably twice the size of this kid in weight-wise. Height, not so much. But this type of force is unnecessary. The big problem is these lazy bastards that get down to put the handcuffs on, so they want to rag your arms up so they can double lock the handcuffs. That's what the problem is, because they don't want to put the key into the handcuffs at the bottom, so they rag your arms up to put the key in to double lock it. So our arms are not designed to go upwards like that from when they're behind our back. So the fact that they're not designed like that, all of your ligaments get torn when they start ragging you up like that, they're classed that as resisting arrest. You're resisting, so they use more force. Well, it's not resisting. Well, it is resisting because your ligaments, your muscles are physically resisting because they're not designed to be bent like that. It's that simple.
I'm not resisting at all. Carmen, they're trying to break my arm!
It's for
Carmen! What are you doing? You're fucking holding my arms! Carmen! Fucking video then! You're video my arms! They're trying to break my arms! I'm not taking them. Carmen, they're trying to fucking break my arms! Carmen, they're trying to break my arms!
I'm videoing it. You've came in here with double warrant and you've not told me, you've not read his rights. You've not told him what he was arrested for.
What am I arrested for? What am I getting arrested for?
I know. I'm trying to speak to you.
Have you got shoes you want to put on now? Aye. Stick your shoes on and we'll explain.
So as you can see, I don't think any of that force was necessary. Just because you are verbally abusive or verbally disagreeing with what is happening doesn't mean you are physically disagreeing. This lad was pushed up against a wall. I didn't see him trying to push back or anything until they started twisting his arms about, which is unnecessary. They aggravated the situation so they could use this excessive force. It's like they get off on it.
What shoes are you taking?
Aye, them is fine.
Them is, right, that was the other one.
You haven't read him his rights or nothing.
When we're all
Your badge number.
Aye, here, I'll put it.
Yeah.
be done.
Your badge number as
Yeah,
well.
arrest 701.
Yeah, okay.
Right, you want to put your feet in there?
Arrest for what?
So he is needing to be questioned for
For what?
something that happened in February. We will discuss that with him.
What I'm going to do now is play the whole video uninterrupted so you can watch the whole video without me butting in every 5 seconds. Well, in this case, 10 seconds or so. And then you can see the video without my interruptions and have your full opinions on the full unedited version of this video. But that will be coming up now.
Aye, have you got a warrant for coming in my house? Have you got a warrant for coming in my house? Have you got a warrant for coming in my house? Do you have a warrant for coming in my house? Do you have a warrant?
Listen to
Do
me.
you have a warrant?
Listen to me. Is it Eden?
Yeah.
Are you going to listen to me?
Do you have a warrant?
Are you going to listen
Do
to me?
you have a
Right,
warrant?
You're under arrest.
Carmen.
What? Under arrest for what? Under arrest for what? For what? For what?
Video this! Video this!
Arrest for what?
Look at them!
Arrest for what?
Carmen, I'm not resisting at all! I'm not. Carmen, watch this! Look! I'm not resisting at all! Carmen, they're trying to break my arm! Carmen! Ah! What are you doing? You're fucking holding my head! Carmen! Fucking video then! You're video my arms! They're trying to break my arms! I'm not taking them. Carmen, they're trying to fucking break my arms! Carmen, they're trying to break my arms!
I'm videoing it. You came in here without a warrant and you've not told me, you've not read his rights. You've not told him what he was arrested for.
What am I arrested for? What am I getting arrested for?
I know. We're trying to speak to
Have
you.
you got shoes you want to put on now?
Aye.
Stick your shoes on and we'll explain.
What shoes are you taking?
Aye, them is fine.
Them right, that was the other one.
You haven't read him his rights or nothing.
When we're all
Your badge number.
Aye, here, I'll put
Yeah.
be done.
And your badge number as
Yeah,
well.
it's 7 over.
Yeah, okay.
Right, you want to put your feet in there?
Arrest for what?
So he is needing to be questioned for
For what?
something that happened in February. We will discuss that with him. Are you coming out?
So that was the full video. As you seen, they entered the property without any warrants because they didn't show any warrants. They then used excessive force to enter the property. So they physically shoved a young woman, which is excessive force because there's no need to use force at all, especially if they haven't got a warrant, which I don't think there ever was a warrant. I can't tell you much more information as I don't have that information. Secondly, the amount of force used to arrest the lad, which was not resisting, just being verbal on his resistance, not physical. So the force was unnecessary. Next to be putting stuff in your mouth to stop you from being able to talk. But this interaction, what do I think of it? I think this is just our police. This is how it is, and that is why I don't answer my door. My door's locked. I have cameras at the front of my house. I've got my doorbell camera. I've got a camera at the top of the door looking down. I've got a camera at the top of my house, seeing the full front of it. I've got cameras at the back. So I would know if somebody's coming in. And if the police ever did knock on my door, I don't answer the door. I go upstairs and hang out the window, because then it stops this sort of stuff from happening. My wife knows to do the exact same thing. I don't like policing my property. It's as simple as that. So my advice for anybody is don't answer the door to the police. Go to the door, lock it, and go upstairs to a window and hang out of a window. All this is just my opinion and what I would do in these circumstances. But let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this interaction. As always, like the video, it does open YouTube's algorithm, and I'll catch you on the next one.